What's up, guys? Back with another video. This is a breakdown video on a short film / music video type thing that I did with two artists, Lonnie and Maya. So this is basically me just breaking down some of the lighting, quote unquote cinematic lighting that you will see in a film, and just going through some of the ways that I lit this film very cheaply, fast, and sometimes a little too rushed, but it'll give you some insight on what you can do with just a few lights. So stick around for the ride as I break this down. Sorry if I'm talking low, it's kind of late and I'm kind of tired. Alright, but let's get into this first setup. Now this first setup, it starts off on a phone call. You got a couple here, Lonnie and Maya, having a phone call with each other. It's kind of heated, and they're going back and forth. The way that I lit this was the typical orange and teal that you see in like TV shows and movies, to get that color contrast. That's really all the cinematic lighting setup really is. It's just creating contrast in the scene and using two colors opposite on the color wheel, like teal and orange or green and orange, really brings out that contrasty look. So what I did was, there's a window on this side right here, and I had a SLW6D, the cheaper version of the 120D, blasting through this window with some CTB, color temperature blue, and it's really helping shine through this big window, give a really big soft source of light right here on her face. I'm also using the Bromus filter. If you haven't seen my last video about the sink strainer filter, like a Promus filter, go look at my last video. It's shot like the whole video with that, and the skin tones look amazing with it. So yeah, that's blasting through the window on this side, and right here you see this orange. That's an LED panel, small LED panel, shining at her face. I didn't actually have any CTO, which is color temperature orange. So my key grip on set, Marwan, he suggested using this magenta color mixed with a little yellow, and it really gave this dreamsicle color that I really dig. So shout out to him for that one. And yeah, you see the lines coming in from the blinds on the window, and yeah, everything's just overall really soft, and I feel like it matches the scene really well, and gives off a cinematic contrasty look that I was going for. Maybe it could have been better. I could have added a rim light over here, just a little rim light, this part to separate it from the background just a little bit, but like I said, we were on a time crunch, and I think we pulled off something really cool in just a short amount of time. The next scene is pretty much the same scene. This is her standing up by the window, so same setup. I just bring in the CTO LED panel right here, and now you can see like the blue coming in, and you see the streaks in her hands, and all that is coming off of these blinds right here from that blue SLW6D coming in from the window, and we get that same contrast and a little bit of a catch light as she's looking into the 120D, as you can see in her eyes right here, just making everything look overall soft, more beautiful. And yeah, I was really happy with this shot as well. And the reason why this shot is motivated, the orange, I'm kind of motivating it from like those orange kitchen lights that you usually see in the kitchen. They're usually like tungsten colored, and they're in the kitchen. And then over here, this is supposed to be replicating moonlight, if you didn't already know. I also changed my white balance inside the camera to give it all an overall more bluer look, as well as make that color temperature orange a bit more orange, so it makes everything pop. And that's really it for that first scene, I believe. On to the next. This scene is an outside scene that happens later in the short, where he ends up coming back to the house after the argument. So this is me, I'm sorry, and those other shots too were on a 25mm lens, aka 50mm on full frame. I'm using a Micro Four Thirds camera, so it's 50mm for those other two shots. For this shot, I used the Rokinon Cine DS lens, 85mm for this one. And yeah, so we have a dash light up here, which is really a 4-foot Quasar science tube that I have wrapped in some diffusion, and it's really helping, giving that like that headlight, car light glow in front of his face, which could be motivated from, he has the lights on in the car. And also on this side, I'm having that CTO LED panel hitting the outside of the car, giving that orange. Maybe it's replicating the light from the apartment building, maybe a street light or something like that, or a light off the house that's reflecting onto the car. And in this back part right here, you can see I put a Quasar science tube in the back seat just to give that reflection, kind of like you ever seen headlights in the back of the car, something like that, to give that extra element of color pop as well, to get that kind of teal and orange thing going on and keep it consistent throughout the whole thing. I really like that shot. And on to the second one. Within this one, I moved the LED panel with the orange on this side, hitting his face just a little bit more. And you can see as we came in for the close-up, we have that blue hitting the side right here. And if you look right here in his eyes, there's a catch light right there in both eyes, and that's from him looking in front of the dash. That's the Quasar science tube. That just helps give a little pop to his face as well. You don't want just blank pupil eyes, it's just not too flattering. It looks kind of demon. But I really like this shot too as well. As you can see, the 85mm, whatever it is, on full frame, it's really crispy, man. Like these close-ups, I love incorporating telephoto lenses and medium telephoto lenses in my shots. So far, like the close-ups are way better than when you have a 50mm or something like that, or 35mm, and you try to move closer. Putting on a telephoto lens and just getting that up close up like this is just really much more beautiful in my opinion. I'm gonna invest in a lot more telephoto lenses. Need more wides. I'm gonna start dabbling in wides too, but for now I'm in love with like these close-up shots. They look really beautiful to me. And this is him going up to the doorstep finally. So over here is that window, of course. On this side there's a window, remember that? She's just at the door, so that's where that stuff is. And I have the same light flashing right through the window. Now it's bouncing back off the wall over here, giving her a little bit of spill right here, as well as lighting up the whole scene with this moonlight look with no lights on it at all. It's just my light, that SLW60 light in this. And over here on the side of his face, there's like the CTO LED panel over here, lighting his face, giving that orange feel, kind of like a porch light. There you go, porch light. It's the porch light hitting him. It's a tungsten porch light giving off that tealing orange. And what I like about this one is when he walks in and she moves over, the light begins to hit her, and it's very interactive in the scene, as if that really is a porch light. I really think that sells it right here. Up here above, I do have a Quasar science tube at a very low level, hitting her forehead up here up above, just getting her a little bit of more feel up here. Just don't want it too completely orange, but that's helping a lot separate her from the orangeness of the background and things like that. So yeah, a Quasar science tube is right above her head, like taped to the ceiling. Yeah, and with this shot as well, now that we're fully in the house, you can see that it's kind of contrasty and dark over here. I didn't want any feel because I really wanted to sell that it was like, late at night, and she wasn't really expecting him coming over, but she kind of was, but so she turned off all the lights, stuff like that or whatever. But yeah, now right here we just have a Quasar science tube that I told you that was above her head. In this shot, it's directly above both of them, spread out about right there like that, on a low level with some diffusion bouncing off the wall, just giving off a really soft look. Yeah, just making it really low key. I didn't want it too bright because it just would mess up the continuity of everything and make it look kind of just bright and poppy. We don't want that. We want a late night scene. And back here you can see this orange all over here. That's just a practical. There was a lamp over here. We used the lamp, turned on the lamp, and it makes a world of difference when you use a practical in the scene. And it just brings out some color, giving us that orange and teal. I had no plans of that being there. That was just something instinctual where I was like, hey, can you turn on that lamp? And it was like, yep. And we turned it on, and it looked exactly like how I wanted it. And it played out really good for the scene. So practicals, whenever you can use them, I would suggest using them. If it fits for your scene, of course. Like, and everything pretty much is like really contrasty, how I wanted it, late night contrast. This one is the same as before. Now, remember those orange lights I told you? Same as over here, giving a catch light in the eyes and replicating this kitchen part of the room with those tungsten colored lights. So that was the motivation behind that. I really wanted those to be like some kitchen lights, you know, maybe the kitchen lights are on, and over here on this side, as you can see, the blue light is flashing on this side, and just creating that contrast. Maybe you could have used another rim light right about right here, like I said, to separate it from the background a little bit, but we were on a time crunch, and I still think this shot came out pretty well. Soft skin tones, really beautiful skin tones. The Bro Mist filter for the win. Next shot. Now this shot, I wouldn't say I messed up, but we do see the practical over here now. I don't even know what that shape was I just drew, but that's the practical getting off the orange. And back here, I have a Quasar Science tube wrapped in CTB, giving off a more blue tone. Color temperature on my camera is adjusted to about 30, I want to say 30,000 Kelvin. And yeah, we have an orange LED panel on my side flashing right here on his face. Maybe it should have been on that side, but I didn't want blue on this side. I just thought that the orange looked better, even though that is coming from this side. Maybe it's bouncing off the wall, it hitting his face, I don't know, but it's kind of motivated, kind of not. But I still think this is a very good shot. He's at the table confronting her about her new dude, and you know, he's trying to get her back, bro. This is what he's trying to do. I don't think he can do it though. We'll see what happens. But yeah, then we move to one of the last scenes in the shot, and this is the heated argument. So for a heated argument, he already had like these red lights up here in the room that's like shining like above and getting off this red feeling right here. So I kept that, since this was a heated argument, just gives off a feeling of it like red hot hatred and arguing and just bad blood in the air. So I decided to keep that and make this room purple. This one wasn't really too difficult to think of or anything like that. I know I still wanted to have those purples in there. These aren't really contrasting colors, but I believe are they? Never mind, I don't even want to sound like a stupid. I don't even sound like a stupid because I forgot where they are in the color wheel. Red and purple in contrast to each other. I just think purple is a secondary color and red is a primary. So and I actually used a blue light for this one. I used the SLW, aimed it directly up into the ceiling so it's spilling everywhere. Put some CTB on it, and then I changed the color to purple. That's important, I guess. Yeah, I changed the color to purple. It was originally blue, and I changed the color to purple. But yeah, it's one of my favorites in the scene too as well, because I didn't cut from this shot at all. This shot in the short, I didn't cut. Like, I may have used like some flares and a bit of B-roll over the shot, but the whole scene I didn't cut from it. So I'm pretty proud of that. Could have been done better, but I'm pretty proud of it. And I think for this shot, it was just showing that we didn't use much lights. We used lights where we was in the building on the 85mm Cine DS lens. And yeah, this was just a shot. I wanted to show you guys this catch light. So I just added a catch light right here in her eyes and just let her perform like that. And this is pretty much all natural light. So yeah. And this was me. I just wanted to show you guys something. Do you see like these star shapes right here? All of these star shapes are coming from the Bro Mist filter. Yes, the Bro Mist filter for the win again. I like these little star shapes that they're giving off. It's really unique, and they also give off a flare too. Like you see in this one, this is like one giant flare like in front of her face right now, and like it's beautiful to me. Again, these star-shaped lights back here, you can't get that with just a naked lens. You know, you need something really to cut through the lens and cut through the light. and give this shape. And the Bromist filter, man, it's been killing it, giving off these soft tones and everything. Like, it's crazy with just, a sink strainer. It's just $1 sink strainer, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But I hope that was quick enough. I didn't mean to speed rush through that, but I kind of did at the same time. I hope I covered everything looking back through these. Yeah, so that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys learned something. I'm still learning. Yeah, this was really fun. This is a 15-minute short, and the whole thing will be out for everybody's viewing on Valentine's Day, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, man, like I said, we're all still learning. I'm still learning. Lighting has been fun. Yeah, man, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys learned something. If you like these kind of videos, just let me know. Comment below. Like it if you want to. Subscribe if you want to. Yeah, peace. No, I should say good night because I'm sleepy as shit. So good night.